Well, hello again, everyone. Nick Michalak and Steve Frazier once again.
Happy New Year!
Continuing on our Lethal Weapon franchise commentary series with the third entry. So, guys, if you have your own copy of Lethal Weapon 3, this is audio-only commentary. Hit your timestamp to 0 and press play now.
Third time's a charm, right?
Yes, and we're in the 90s now, 1992.
Well, everything was a lot worse in the 90s than it was in the 80s, so I guess. No, I'm not saying this is bad. I enjoy this movie. I do enjoy it.
Starts out with a title song with Sting and Eric Clapton. It's very 1992.
Two people that I don't really care for. So, okay.
Well, Clapton's been contributing since the beginning.
Right.
Kamen.
Absolutely. You know what? And I shouldn't say that I don't care for Eric Clapton in that I don't think he's talented. I just think that he's kind of overrated. I'm going to say he's overrated, and you can send your hate tweets right to me because I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I like a few tracks, but I'm not a gusher for him or anything. It's like take him or leave him, more or less.
Sure. And Sting, Steve Perry, hey! Look at that. There you go. All right, we're just gonna carry the Steve Perry thing all the way through.
Yes.
If you don't have somebody that looks like Steve Perry, get somebody named Steve Perry, and we're gonna have a good time. And then as far as Sting goes, like I like Sting's voice at most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like a lot of the Police songs were really, really repetitive, and that drove me insane. I mean, we're sending out an SOS for like 4 minutes in that song.
A little bit, yeah. There is some of that.
So, okay. Anyway, the Big Fire #3, that was pretty sweet. Good classic brown unmarked car. I like that. And once again, here now, we're doing another one where the film just starts in the middle of the scene, which is exactly what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then we leave it up to the dialogue to tell us what's going on.
The
Bomb Squad. Let's see. How would we compare Gibson's hair in this one to previous films? It's a little... He's lost a little on the top there.
Maybe, yeah, a little less full.
He's still fluffy in the back.
Yeah.
I haven't been paying attention here. It was all this in one shot?
More or less, yeah.
A lot of it was one shot across the street there.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that I notice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's finally retiring. Hey, wasn't he retiring 2 films ago?
They want to make a Lethal Weapon 5 30 years after he was supposed to retire the first time.
I mean, he would have to be... They'd both have to be retired.
Yeah.
Probably,
yeah.
I mean, obviously film time isn't necessarily real time.
Yeah. But I think I remember in the first one, they cast Danny Glover to play like 10 years older. So they kind of aged him up with some of the gray, and that's why he had the beard and whatnot. So he was like 40 at...
Right, he was 40.
Glover was about 40 at the time, so he was playing a guy about 50 years old.
Because it was 50th birthday.
Yeah.
But we don't know, and the second one was taking place around about a year after the first one.
Roughly, yeah.
Even though it wasn't Christmas. And then we don't know yet what the time frame is between this one and the last one.
Yeah, not really.
But we do... I do love... The chemistry between these two is so unparalleled in cinema history. I can't get over how the comedy... Riggs is just so, like, animated.
Yeah, I mean, they've got such a rich charisma that just never dulls. I mean, these guys just... I mean, this is 5 years after they did the first film. They still feel as fresh as they did on the first film.
You could put these two on stage reading the phone book.
Oh, yeah. And they would improvise everything.
Right, and it would be hilarious.
Yeah. So much of this feels so natural. What they're bantering back and forth and whatnot. I think that's because it's so interesting because the entire franchise is the same director.
Isn't it?
And you never see that.
No, it's wonderful.
So, I mean, you just have the consistency of the same directors, some of the same screenwriters. This film has a lot to get into about the screenwriting, but...
Did you ever have one of those knives there, the pocket, multi-thing that had the little scissors?
My sister has... She's a big MacGyver fan.
Okay.
So she has the Swiss Army knife stuff.
Swiss Army, that's what it was called. Yeah. But some of them don't have the scissors. I think the scissors is a neat little...
Oh, yeah, I mean...
What is that going to cut, though? I mean, aside from the blue wire.
Don't know.
I mean, it's just such a little thing. Like, yeah. I mean, I guess, you're out in the woods or whatever, you need a scissor. Who knows what you need a scissor for? This is pretty hilarious with the red wire, blue wire. Yeah. Again, a lot of their dialogue-driven comedy between these two.
Yeah. You don't see physical comedy much with these guys. It's really about the banter, the personalities.
And you know what's interesting when you were talking about the chemistry is that I feel like between the two, I feel like Glover is a great actor, and Gibson is just this guy, right there.
Yeah, I mean that's the crazy smile we just saw. He still has that today.
Yeah.
And he lives up to it more and more every day.
100%.
That look right there. Because now he's got the crazy beard and everything to go with it.
I love the beard. And, you shouldn't have cut that one, because now you gotta go. Grab the cat. Which, Save the Cat is the name of a famous screenwriting book. Like one of the most famous books about screenwriting. I'm not sure if it references this particular film or not, but they did in fact save the cat.
This was about what, screenwriting, you said?
Yeah.
Well, it's very interesting because apparently this film was being written as it was being shot.
Well, already.
They had a whole mess of things. You can kind of see as we go along in the film, but it kind of... Like, you had one screenwriter, then they went to another screenwriter, they went back to the other screenwriter, and they kept going back and forth with different drafts and different writers all over the place.
So was it, I have an idea, and then, I have an idea.
They kept reworking the script all over the place, I think.
Here comes the bomb squad.
Because it's weird, because if you guys were paying attention to the opening credits, there's it's like...
I love he holds the cat up.
Check the names on the freaking screenwriting on this one. It was it's Jeffrey Boehm, and then the next line is Jeffrey Boehm and Robert Mark Kamen, because their credits for two different drafts written by two separate.
Okay.
One was done by Jeffrey Boehm, then there was another draft done by Boehm and Kamen, and even when they printed the posters originally, they thought it was printed in error. And they had to have the WGA go in and tell them, no, this is the way it's supposed to be credited, because it was such a apparent mess of how the thing just kept being rewritten.
Like Nightmare 3 has 4 different credits on it as well. I like these guys in the blues, the street blues. They're still arguing. Uh-oh.
Pesci.
Look at those two behind. I wonder if these... It's hard to say if any of these people are just passers-by. I feel like these all have to be extras, right?
Yeah, they would have corralled them. I mean, they're shooting in L.A. Do this every fucking day. So they would have assistant directors all over the place, just directing traffic, what extras move where and keep track of the continuity between shots.
Uh-oh. You got a jaywalker.
Because it's Riggs.
Right. Is it? I mean, I know it's a thing, but do they still issue tickets for jaywalking?
I've never gotten one, thankfully.
I mean, I jaywalk all the time. Is that... Is anybody that listens to this a cop and can weigh in on... Is there still even a ticket for that? I'm like, is that a box you can check?
Work in the court system or something? Do you see this in traffic court or something? I don't know.
I just don't... I don't know. Like, you always hear about it. So apparently it was a thing at one point.
It usually comes off, you hear about it in a joking fashion
sure.
and whatnot, so.
Uh-oh. Don't piss off this... Here we go. Oh, dear. Now, can you imagine in this day and age of cell phones and...
Oh, yeah.
There's always...
Not a chance with it.
You can't do anything anymore because everyone has a video camera in their pocket.
Yeah.
And what is that lady? Did you see the hair on this thing?
Oh.
See, I'm always looking at extras. I'm sorry. Now, this looks fishy.
Yeah. The guy on the right, well, the guy on the left.
The blonde?
Blonde, Mark Pellegrino.
Mark Pellegrino. That name sounds familiar.
He was in No Holds Barred. He was Rip's brother.
Oh, yeah!
He did a whole bunch of, like, CW shows.
Yeah. No Holds Barred. Commentary available in the archives.
Yes, Trent and I. So I was watching this a couple days ago. It's like, the guy looks familiar. And I had to look it up, and it wasn't familiar for the guy I thought it was. But it's like, oh, okay, now I got to bring this guy up.
I absolutely love this woman. I don't remember her name off the top of my head.
I think I've seen her in a couple of
She's
things.
been in a bunch of stuff, yeah. And she is a delight. I mean, it's kind of a bit of a stereotypical character, but...
Yeah, it works.
It works, right. Absolutely.
Especially when you need more kind of over-the-top feel to work off of Murtaugh.
Yeah. The Road Warrior. These car chase scenes are always so, like, unbelievable to me. In the fact that it would never be possible for any of these scenes to play out the way that they do.
They never do. Because cops always, they don't go charging like a battering ram or whatnot. It's always lay back, see what the guy does, try to protect the other bystanders.
Well, yeah, and the fact that there's always other traffic.
And you always got a chopper or something to follow.
You can never just drive on the highway, especially in L.A. Don't tell me that there's that few cars on the highway in L.A.
Gridlock 24/7.
Right, every street, all the time, and that's a good bump there.
Yeah,
it was this one where he did his own stunts because I feel like
I wouldn't doubt it.
I feel like he does them a lot. Maybe not. That didn't look like him in the wide shot.
Mel must have been somewhere around 45 or something at this point, I think. 43 maybe?
Possibly.
Early 40s at least, I think. I'll double check that.
See,
someone correct me.
There's no way that the car configuration would be just as such that you can weave, that you can, I don't know. So...
Oh no, Mel was 36. So I'm paying off the fucking money.
Oh boy. He was younger then than we are now.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? That's unbelievable. Yeah. That's also unbelievable.
I guess I thought him and Glover were closer in age than that. But,
no.
Yeah.
I feel like the stunt double has a much bigger ponytail in the back than Gibson actually has.
Yeah. Didn't get the wig right.
Also, you can't you can't drive and fight with somebody.
No.
You just can't.
It's disaster.
Because there wasn't even a foot on the gas pedal. And how is nobody dead right now? It's a lot of honking. It's a lot of swerving.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is the cinematography covers it all very well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not like a Jason Bourne film where the damn camera's moving around at seizure speed. You can't see anything for more than a split second.
The editing is super important in a scene like that.
Yeah.
I mean, people try to like do quick edits to make it frenetic and try to make you whatever, but if you can't even focus on what's happening for longer than a second, you kind of tune everything out.
Yeah, it's just a blur. It's a bunch of noise.
Right. I've seen concert videos, actually, like concert DVDs, that where they pan and it's such quick cuts.
Everything's moving everywhere. They
right, and you can't focus on anybody, and you're like, man, because when you're actually at a concert, maybe you want to look at the drummer for a little while, and you want to focus on him.
You want to settle it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Let the performance speak for itself for a little while.
Right. Just give me a wide shot, the entire DVD, and let me pick who I look at.
Yeah.
Sorry, we digress.
Oh yeah, Riggs is trying to quit
the
smoking.
Smoking angle, sure. This is awesome.
Which might have been Mel in real life, who knows?
I
Or just Hollywood in general. And again, it's great that again, not just same directors, like they keep bringing back all these same cast members.
Right.
I love it.
There's nothing worse than a recast character. I mean, these are all the same people, like you said. And they grow older and aw. Uh-oh.
Oh, she's great.
She is great. She's very authoritative. V8 in a can. Remember when that was a thing? Remember when you had to get the high C, or there were a lot of here he comes. There were all these juices in a big metal can.
Yeah.
From our childhood.
Oh yeah.
And you had to get that little gimmick to punch the hole in the top on both sides. That's fun.
A little Joe Pesci with his platinum blonde hair.
Whatever you need, Leo gets. Get it? Oh, Minute Maid orange juice. I forgot that they had black boxes back then.
I keep thinking this has got to be like a backlot or whatnot, that they keep able to use the same house every film.
Yeah, and
I feel like there's got to be a Warner backlot or something.
It is, and we discussed this on a previous one. I know that they used the house next door in another movie.
Yeah.
And I cannot, for the life of me, I still never researched it. Oh, here it is. Leo gets.
It's weird because I just watched Home Alone the other day.
Oh, one of the Wet Bandits.
Yes.
Absolutely. This might have been what he filmed immediately after. Well, no, wait. He did My Cousin Vinny in between.
1990 was Home Alone.
Right,
so
and then he did Vinny, and then he did this. That's a great run for him.
And
Goodfellas was also 90.
Right before then,
90. So Goodfellas, Home Alone, My Cousin Vinny, Lethal Weapon 3. That's a fantastic run.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. The old dog biscuits. You ever eat one of those?
No? Never had a dog.
Well, I never did either, but that didn't stop me. I've eaten a lot of dog treats in my time. Like, let me try this bacon one, see if it tastes like bacon. Not that I'd eat the whole thing.
Bacon chips.
Guy's wearing a bad sweater. Oh, that look.
Look at the Rolex.
And they drive away. Now, why would two men hugging in the kitchen make you not want a house? That's bad logic. That's bad logic. There's way too much pink in this house. Mauve. Rose.
Leo was talking about, the drug dealer smashed through the front of the living room, and
he's legally required to say that. Sure. It's called disclosure, you dickhead. See, that's 2 films in a row with disclosure. I might quote My Cousin Vinny
at least
more
you didn't tell him about the nail gun incident.
Nailed them both.
Again, it's so nice. I mean, even the house has history in the franchise.
Right.
It's so nice.
Backdated permits.
It sounds like a whole bunch of trouble.
That walk is so hilarious.
It's a little Scrappy Doo.
I believe there's a copy of Stephen King's It on the bookshelf in that room. If we need to go back, we can't rewind, unfortunately. Rewind.
Yeah. Please verify in the comments.
Yeah, if you're watching this, rewind. I believe Stephen King's It on the bookshelf near the staircase. Maybe we'll get another shot of it. I just recognized the black bound with the red lettering on the side.
Yeah. There's a couple bad dudes in the neighborhood.
Why? Because they're black? What are you trying to say?
No, because I've seen the film.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Does he get an earring?
I think so.
I know that... two. Oh, yeah. Double. This always makes me laugh. The word.
Word.
Word? Word, Nick. Yeah. Because he's such, it's such good, like, dad humor.
Yeah.
And then he's got this guy to bounce it off of, like...
Hip, cool rigs and everything with his styled mullet.
Rancho Arroyo. And this could have been a legit development.
Because this was a development that the developers went bankrupt, and so it was.
Half started. Yeah, so they just said, "Let's go film."
They went bankrupt, couldn't finish it, so production pretty much made the deal of them that they could use it as long as at the end of the shoot, they just tore it all down.
I see.
So that's why the ending of the film is as it is.
Gotcha. This guy Jack, what a sleazeball! What a great.
It's the mustache that makes it.
Yeah, and the henchman on the back right with the full beard there.
Yeah, one of these guys is Sven Ole Thorsen, Arnold's buddy. Schwarzenegger's. Schwarzenegger's buddy. I'm not sure which one it is. It might be the guy on the left there with the clean shave, I think.
The big muscle-bound guy.
Yeah, this Jack guy, I mean, you look at him, corrupt cop is exactly the look.
Yep.
That's exactly what he is.
Chicago or New York corrupt cop. I don't get LA corrupt cop. I get Chicago or New York out of it.
Yeah.
But yes, good cop mustache.
Yeah.
He's got a good grease on him there because it's hot in the sun.
Yeah.
I always wonder how many foundations have people in them in Chicago. I bet a lot.
Oh, many. Yeah, the clean shaven guy is definitely Sven Ole. I can tell. He was in like Running Man. He was in Mallrats. A whole bunch of shit.
What a sleaze. Let's see. What's going on there in the back? Used car lot? Is that what that is? Usually those banners mean used car. We need some prices on some cars here.
Yeah.
In 1992. I don't know what 9 pass means on that one, but...
I'm always looking a little full there. Blowing in the breeze.
Doesn't he put another bag over the thing?
No. Still trying to take a smoke.
Here's our hero. Yeah. See, and again, like you were just saying, there would be people, production people, trying to, corral the crowd. And there would be some sort of barricade.
Yeah.
In fact, on one film shoot that you did...
Yeah, you were.
I went up and did crowd control for this very reason. We were shooting on a bridge.
Yeah, Chicago River Walk.
And I was at the top of the stairs, and people were walking by wanting to go down. And I said, "Can you just hold on for a minute because we're shooting a movie down here." Oh, really? What movie? They thought we were a big Hollywood production.
Oh yeah, we drew a crowd. Thankfully, none of it was a cop.
Right.
Because we had no permits.
That's correct. Completely guerrilla style. But anyway, there would be people preventing people running in.
Yeah. This guy looks like LA director.
Yeah, totally. This is perfect casting. This is perfect.
Don't let Riggs smooth it over. He's not going to do that. He's going to punch him in his face.
Well, yeah. Oh. Well, I feel like Riggs is either going to kill this man or...
Well, he's going all stooges.
Yeah, the three... Right. I mean, I know how the movie goes. I just... I feel like...
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to cross Riggs.
No.
Who'd have thunk that that's all it takes to get your way in life? Is just do a little Three Stooges routine. Macaulay Culkin there, and
yeah, the blonde hair do there was a little. It was definitely early '90s do.
There were no prices on any of those cars. It all just said weird like messages. And there's a Blockbuster.
Blockbuster.
Way before Blockbuster was a thing. There might have only been like 100 stores nationwide at that point.
Which is.
I wonder where Blockbuster started.
I don't know.
You know what? I don't normally do this, but I'm going to look it up because I'm curious where Blockbuster Video began, because I'm wondering if it didn't begin out on the West Coast.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it.
Because this was so early. I remember we didn't have a Blockbuster Video in my area until probably the mid-'90s.
Well, down where I was living, it was probably had one maybe 89. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking a little early. I don't know.
And I remember it was like a drive. Like we had to go. We had to drive to get to it, and it was real expensive. It was
expensive.
It was like three or four bucks for a video back in the day when it was 99 cents or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm researching a little bit here.
But I would have to end up. I usually get up on my bike and just ride up to the place, but it would probably take me 10, 12 minutes just on a bike ride to ride up there.
As it turns out, it was founded in 1985 in Dallas, Texas. And in 2004, they peaked at almost 9,100 stores.
Yeah.
In 2017, there are 10.
No. Yeah.
10.
But I don't want to gloss over this whole scene. This is a good piece because Roger was trying to holster his gun and it went off and everything. Now Riggs is covering for him. Just had this nice beat at the end of it.
Well, and again, here's one of these unspoken I love you, man moments.
Yeah. And there's a lot of that in this film. And it's a little early to mention, but I think there was as we go along the film, see what they're doing with the characters, that felt a lot like they're thinking this is going to be the last one they're going to do.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's a lot of feelings.
I'm sure that the second one was probably going to be the last one, until they said, "Oh, we have a hit with Joe Pesci."
Yeah, but we'll see a few things that feel like they're kind of mirroring points from the first film and whatnot as we get closer to the end of it, which is far away. But I mean, even this a little bit here.
I do like with the girdle.
Girdle.
I like that he argued it's a man's girdle.
Man's girdle.
I feel like I don't know if there's a difference. Is there a difference?
I don't think so. Not much.
Back went out. I do like that it's been a little while here since the first film, and now in this scene, Riggs is going to be like the teacher, right? Yeah. So everyone is, even though he's on traffic duty or whatever, but he's still like in charge, and it's a teaching moment. Hey, everyone, look at this.
Yeah, these
cop killers.
Yeah, cop killers. They picked up from the Harbor robbery.
Watch this. You know, I don't like the ponytail, really.
No, it doesn't function.
I mean, I get why he's...
Yeah.
It's kind of a professional look while he's working.
Yeah, it's like...
But I kind of like casual rigs more than work rigs.
Yeah. This is probably like beat cop dress code or whatnot.
Armor-piercing bullets.
Yeah.
I have always kind of secretly had a want to be shot by wearing a vest, just to. I'm so weird. Just to see what it felt like.
I mean, not that I've had experience, but at least from what I've gathered, if you get shot in the chest with a vest on, it kicks all the air out of you. That's why you always see them pull the vest off and check underneath, because you still feel like you've been
actually shot.
Mule kicked in the chest.
Billy. Billy Phelps.
A little tie back to our Die Hard commentary. This is shot by the same cinematographer, Yonda Bond, who... This was actually the last major film he was a cinematographer on before he started being director with Speed.
Okay.
So,
which was like 3-ish years later?
It was 94, this is 92. So pretty much shortly after this, he would have been developing work on Speed.
God, Speed and this feel like a lifetime away, as opposed to just a couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, just vibe and momentum and pacing-wise type of things. They're very different styles of films.
Now this is a classic rib that Riggs would play. Like, that's such a Riggs thing to do. He knows that she's internal affairs.
Oh, yeah.
So, let's make a joke.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Rene Russo still looks fabulous today.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And she has not aged hardly at all.
No.
I think she looks
very graceful.
Very much the same. Danny Glover has aged.
Yeah.
He's like 70. I saw him at a convention one time, and he was wonderful. I didn't actually talk to him and like meet him, but I overheard him interacting with people, and quite enjoyable. To be like, hey, look, it's Murtaugh.
Was it a horror convention?
It was a horror convention. He was
representing Saw and whatnot.
Yeah, basically. Even though it wasn't, I mean, he was only in the first film.
Yeah,
but
I don't know if any other horror films
it must have been. He might have had a hand in something or other, and he was actually promoting that. But it was obviously, he's a get for a Saw poster.
Yeah.
Oh. God, this guy, so sleazy.
Yeah.
And these guys here look like LA cops.
Oh yeah.
That guy looks. I'm still saying that he's a New York or Chicago cop.
Yeah. Definitely has that feel for it. It's, like Hill Street Blues or something like that.
So, I mean, I get that they would be upset. It's kind of their case.
Yeah.
And I guess this is kind of an interesting way for these two to meet.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I mean, it flows logically that the cops would not want to give up their case.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially these two. I mean, once they get a hold on something, they do follow it through all the way.
Oh God. Mad Magazine. I love Mad Magazine. Were you a Mad Magazine guy?
No, never got into it.
I always liked that feature where you had the picture and you folded the picture in on itself and then it made a new picture. That was always really cool.
It took some skill, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got our badges back. I just loved that Mad Magazine always caricaturized things that I liked.
Yeah.
Because I'm a pop culture nerd.
Mm-hmm.
So there was, wrestling on the cover all the time. Or, movies that I liked were featured. I kept one. I have two that I've kept. One has wrestlers on it, and the other one has Seinfeld characters on the cover. So, it was like the Saturday Night Live of magazines, I guess, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh,
there we go.
That was a good death.
Yeah.
That was good acting, I guess. What a smug asshole.
What a fucking asshole.
I hate that guy. And his name is Jack, too. That's such a good...
That's perfect.
It is. Jack.
Goes with the mustache.
Well, yeah. 100%.
it's nice.
Ooh, you know what
I was looking at the mirror.
Me too. In the corner to see it. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see nothing in there.
Like I was looking for a camera.
Yeah.
And I love that she just opened the door and you saw the shot from the back.
Yeah. God, be good to me, please.
He knew exactly where. I mean, how cool is that?
Look at that VCR, man.
VCRs have come a long way.
Oh yeah.
Well, they went a long way, and then now they went the other way.
The other way.
Right in the trash. I remember when DVDs were like becoming a thing, or I guess they were around, but I still had mostly VHS,
mm-hmm.
and it was like when I knew that DVD was like taking over.
Mm-hmm.
I started hoarding VCRs because I wanted to be able to keep my...
I've got 3 of them right here.
They're right in front of me, yeah. Look at you go.
Gotta have a backup of a backup.
Right. And then eventually I just said never mind and I got rid of all my tapes. Well, almost all my tapes. There were some that I couldn't part with. And some that I kept the box art and got rid of the video just because I liked the... like the old horror...
Oh, yeah.
And that kind of stuff.
A lot of them turned into Photoshop disasters. They don't want to use the original artwork because they don't want to pay the original artist for the license.
And every time that you make a new cover art for something, it's an opportunity to repackage and remake money.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's some idiot out there like me who goes, oh, I don't have this version.
Yeah.
Leo gets.
You get termites.
He's got termites. So how do you feel about the bleach blonde decision here?
I don't know. I don't even know what the motivation is behind it. It looks kind of cyberpunkish to me.
It doesn't really go... I mean, aside from he's trying to be cool...
Yeah. The leather jacket helps more than the hair.
I don't know if it was Was this a decision made by the filmmaking team, or I wonder if this was his...
I don't know. I didn't read anything about it.
We're back. Who we got here? We got the Maple Leafs.
Probably the LA Kings.
I guess that would make sense. Yeah. Come on, Frazier. No, I'm such an idiot sometimes. So, I would assume. Oh, interestingly enough, we talked about the Kenwood radios on the Die Hard.
Okay.
And the video board here at this arena, which was not Staples because this is pre-Staples.
Yeah.
So this is probably the LA Sports Arena.
Yeah. WrestleMania 8.
7.
7.
WrestleMania 7. The LA Sports Arena.
Went in the pits.
It's a Kenwood video board jumbotron in the middle there. I think this is the LA Sports Arena.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think it was a hockey arena at the time. Yeah, so it would have been shooting this not too many months after WrestleMania 7. Then.
Yeah, probably not. But there's no hockey in the summer, so it had to have been the fall. Maybe the fall of '91.
About 6 months afterwards or so.
And there's the Lakers banner.
Yeah.
So there was also the Forum in LA, I believe, and I'm trying not to do research, while the show's going on here. I had to look up the Blockbuster thing, just because that was such a big part of our childhood.
Yeah. The Target logo there was kind of interesting because we didn't start getting Target stuff until like late '90s, I think, around here.
I want to say it was mid-90s for me. Mid-90s for me.
Yeah, somewhere around there, yeah.
Maybe it was earlier than that.
Yeah. 92, I don't know. We didn't have it out in Chicago area. So, a little surprised to hear. Always surprised to see the company logos before you even knew they existed.
Yeah. Well, and again, this is no time pre-internet. This is...
Oh, yeah.
payphones. If you wanted to know something, you had to like go to the library and look it up.
Payphones, walking through the bowling alley, checking the coin returns for a couple of quarters.
100, yeah, absolutely, you did.
Never found any though.
I've found quarters in phone payphones before. I had a bank of payphones in my high school, and I recall that there was an 800 number that accessed my mom's job. So if I ever needed to call my mom, I could call the 800 number from the payphone at school, and it wouldn't cost me anything. It was wonderful. How cool would it have been to be at a game when they were filming something?
Oh, yeah. Because this likely would have been like...
After the game. Like, stick around after the game and we're going to shoot a film.
Yeah.
And we need everyone to stay if you want to be an extra in the movie.
Yeah.
And they probably took an hour or two to get this.
Yeah, there might have been a few nights they did this. Who knows? I had to start thinking about the Van Damme film Sudden Death.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's a really good film. I really enjoy it. Him and Powers Booth.
I love Powers Booth.
He's the bad guy in the film.
God, Powers Booth. Mustache or no mustache?
He had no mustache, sadly.
Can make or break a character. He's so good.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah. That's great. I bet she's so good at this type of stuff.
Being a whiny bitch? Yeah. I'm going to tell him he said that.
just play this kind of... I don't know what the point in the word is. This kind of like weaselly little thing. These comedy moments where he's overdoing it so
whiny,
much
that
it almost turns into like a puppy dog of sorts, right.
I love that he's like milking it here, like he's the hero.
No one in this audience, they have no clue what the fuck just happened anyway.
No, none. And why is he laying that? Did he get shot in the ass?
No, he got Murtaugh said it was a flesh wound.
Yeah, but why is he like all leaning down, laying down in this
I don't know.
wheelchair? I never understood that. Oh, they also at some point changed the. They changed the medical record on here, right, to give him some other test or some other.
Yes, they do.
They give him like an enema or something. Something. I thought it may be something that did involve the ass.
Yes, it does. It's all rigs.
See, and in 2017, you can't even touch a medical. They don't even have.
You wouldn't get. This is.
You don't. They don't even have paper charts anymore.
Probably not. It's all typed up in the computer.
Yeah, I mean, I know that it is, and you can't. You couldn't even do this.
Yeah.
2 days. What a great way to get rid of him for a while.
Yeah.
He's such a gullible little bastard.
Yeah, he is. He's still playing it up.
Hey, he's trying to sell.
Yeah.
That's what realtors do. They're salesmen.
That's what Leo does. He gets a sale.
Fast Eddie. I wish that
if your name is Eddie, you have to be Fast Eddie. You just can't be regular Eddie.
No, there's no regular Eddie. I wish, like hell, that I had one of these type of little food stands accessible to me.
Oh.
I feel like this is an LA thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, food trucks have become trendy, but I don't know.
Not the same.
It's not the same.
Because
eight ball burgers only $2.75.
This is like down home cooking and whatnot. It's like the little independent guy just doing this for like 20 years or whatnot.
What is a hot dog burger? said that on the menu.
Yeah. Little Coke there, cocaine. Coca-Cola.
Oh, try. Third time's a charm.
Coca-Cola on the soft drink dispenser.
Now give him a dog biscuit.
There you go.
Oh, an onion.
The onion.
That is disgusting.
That is a raw onion. No, thank you. Just no.
And he
couldn't give him like
he no-sells the onion too. He ate it. That looked like a regular onion. That's a shoot onion.
This is so interesting because this is like the third time in this film that we've gotten this like moment with Riggs. We see something going down. The first time is with the armored car, which goes off right. The next time is the film shoot, which goes off wrong. So now you're not sure exactly what's going on in this moment. Is he right? Is he wrong?
Right. They've just established that he's an observant person.
Yeah. And he gets that twitch in the back of his head or whatnot.
Like, now I want a cheeseburger. Now, why would he go into this alone?
Yeah, this is a little foolish. This is straight up foolish. You got like 6 guys here.
I mean, I guess it is Riggs.
Yeah. This is post-suicidal Riggs, though.
Yeah, but he's still
if there's Riggs in the first film, I understand it.
He's still like...
Gung-ho man.
Right.
Mr.
Over-aggressive.
Yeah. Too much testosterone in the mix.
And it's just this need to always be in the action.
Yeah. And also, like, Riggs is kind of like... He thinks he's smarter than anyone else in a certain way. He's like... Thinks if he just surprises these guys, are just going to crumble and just, like, lay on the ground and go on because he thinks he's too much of a badass. And that's usually what gets him fucked up in the end.
Right. Speaking of fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now back me up. Is that a leather hat?
Yeah.
Is he wearing a leather ball cap?
I think so.
That's a little weird.
It's a little hot.
I can't... Well, yeah. I can't wear a ball cap.
No.
My head is too big.
I stopped wearing hats like 15 years ago. Just didn't care. With the long hair, it does not very flattering.
I don't...
Pat your hair down and all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't mind it with the long hair. I just... Yeah. My head's the wrong shape for a hat. I can't do it.
Yeah.
A pretty good reaction out of him, you know, when he sees that it's somebody he knows.
This shows how good of an actor Glover is, man. I mean,
which was my, contention the whole time.
Yeah,
he's the actor of the group.
Yeah.
The sweat.
Yeah. And again, the bond between these two is so potent.
I was thinking back to your comment about how him casually observing something, and I thought that the direction you were going was that because of the weird screenwriting, it was going to be just like they'd overdone it. And
maybe a tad. They didn't have to do it 3 times, I don't think.
Well, but your argument
even
then makes sense because, now you've had one each way.
Yeah. Where
you don't know what's going to happen. Although, why would the third one also be a wrong
turn? Yeah. Because you get the one at the beginning, and then the second one just feels like it's a riff on that. Now this one's like, it is kind of like perplexing the audience. Yeah.
Right, and so that could be like another one of those. Oh, we had another idea.
It would work better if you didn't have the first one with the armor car robbery, and the first one you get was just him botching up the film shoot.
Yeah.
And then he goes into it again. It's like you're thinking he's going to do the same thing all over again. Then it's twist on his head into a dramatic beat.
How weird is it that the daughter in that scene is wearing a pro-choice T-shirt, similar to like Wham?
Because apparently Richard Donner was very heavily into these different things, the apartheid stuff, the pro-choice stuff. So he kept littering this in all
social
the
agenda
weapon films.
Yeah.
Even if you go back to the first film, there's like stuff on their refrigerator or whatnot when Busey's walking through the house.
Save the whales.
Yeah,
or
stuff like that.
Tuna nets.
There's even one about apartheid in the first one, something on the refrigerator. So Donner's always put this stuff very intently into the Lethal Weapon films as his own little political statements at the time.
Huh. I don't know if that would play well today.
Yeah. Twitter hashtags and all that type of stuff blowing up all over the place. We just had our psychologist from the first film swoop
return,
in.
Yeah.
And again, consistency of casting. Which I think a lot of that probably has to come down to it being Richard Donner, a guy who's had a very respectable track record of films, being a very good director that works with people very well. People enjoy working with him, so he continues to keep this
troop
environment, this feeling, whatnot, that this guy you want to keep working for every time. He's going to come to you, ask you if you want to come back in the film. Yeah, he's a good director. I know what I'm going to get with him. He's going to treat me fairly and respectfully. And plus, producer Jill Silver as well being involved with that. So I mean, you got a lot of respected guys with a lot of clout or whatnot, and they're not like bastards or whatnot.
Right.
You got good, respectable filmmakers involved. It's like, we're going to keep bringing these people in because they want to come back and work with the same people.
Makes sense.
It's a comfortable family environment.
There's Crazy Rigs.
Yeah.
I love it. His eyes are so big.
He's just a step away from the guy we saw in the first film with the bullet in his mouth or whatnot.
Well-written characters.
Yeah. And it's kind of interesting. It's like, they don't make her look like a tough person. She just looks like a woman.
Right.
They don't try to play up to anything with her
bad
style
sweater
or anything like that. Just like, this is just a person. We don't have to make them look like a movie character.
She's not over the top either. Yeah. Her role.
She doesn't look like she's like female Riggs walking around in cowboy boots or something like that. She just looks like a lady.
Not everybody has to be an archetype.
Who takes her job seriously. Right. Yeah.
Why is she wearing that vest? Why?
Yeah.
It's pretty high tech then.
Yeah.
Kind of cool though. And I assume that, it's even more sophisticated now, but I mean, I even remember being a kid thinking, gee, can they really do that? Can they tell where every single gun has been?
Yeah.
15? Yeah, maybe. Maybe he was... Yeah, I'd buy that he was 15. He probably wasn't. I'm sure that he was older, but... And this is your first, really, character development for this gal.
See where she's coming from, yeah.
They've kind of made her human a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, no shit. Why would internal affairs be on an outside job? Mm-hmm. That vest has got to go.
Nah, yeah.
What theme are we talking about here? There's
American
deer.
Flag and
there's
deer.
A Christmas tree. It's like an all holiday, all seasons.
Arbor Day.
Arbor Day. This. You know what? I don't think they ever explained that.
What?
The lingerie shop without the front window.
No. He asked about it in a few minutes.
And
doesn't make any sense.
It's really good. Like, I like that because not everything has to be explained.
Exactly.
And the fact that we know that means something to her.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter if we find out.
Right. I mean, how many sayings out there that you say on a regular basis that you don't even think about the context of what you're saying?
Well, and...
Or at least maybe not you, but I mean, general people do that. Like whenever someone says, oh, I could care less. Well, that's not the correct context. It should be, I could not care less.
Right.
People just say it because they just hear it all the time and process it without understanding what the heck they're saying.
But I think we're arguing two different things.
Yeah, I'm not getting quite to the point, but
I see what you're saying, though.
Yeah. So, I mean, she has a saying.
Well, it's not even a saying. It was just something about in her personal life.
Yeah, there's...
That...
Yeah.
You know, and this happens all the time.
There's an analogy in her head that makes sense to her.
Right.
And if she tried to explain it to Riggs, it wouldn't make any sense to him anyway.
I'm sure it wouldn't.
It processes properly in her head, but not anyone else's.
I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that these are people who are living their lives before this movie started and are going to continue to live their lives afterward.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you and I could be having a conversation about something.
Yeah.
And somebody could walk into the scene and not know what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's kind of us as the viewer have walked into the scene and we don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
But we don't have to explain our whole lives to everyone who walks into the room.
Yeah.
So
don't need the history behind everything you're referencing in your life.
I do love Rottweilers.
Yeah.
He's so goofy. What is happening right now? He just tamed the dog.
It's all because
and he's got a dog biscuits. Who wouldn't want one? She's like, how the hell does this happen?
Am I watching?
That's such a great reaction. Well, she's afraid.
Yeah. But she's also baffled to hell.
Right.
Yeah, Riggs has more in common with dogs than most human beings.
Yes, I would agree with that. And why is there foil on the walls? I never understood that.
No. That's just like some refrigeration place, but that's definitely not the case here.
No, that's a set decoration, and somebody put Reynolds wrap up for... I mean, I see. I guess you're right. It is supposed to be insulation of some kind.
This is one of my favorite character actors, Nick Chinlund. He usually plays his sleazy, smarmy type of guys.
Oh, like right now?
Yeah. With the... I mean, what's with the shirt he's wearing, for crying out? This zip-up collared thing? The red blazer?
Oof. That, yeah. And a crowbar to the arm would not feel too nice either.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. That guy does always play a sleaze.
Yeah. He's great at it.
He's got a little...
He's got a little New York-y thing going.
Uh-oh.
I love it. You kind of have to love it when the bad guys say, don't give a shit that you're a cop.
Yeah, isn't that great? I love the dialogue. The dialogue in these films.
Yeah.
It really is what sells it for me.
Yeah.
Because the stories are kind of like, but...
It's the characters and everything that makes it work.
Right.
I mean...
And look at this Guido back here.
Oh, yeah. The multicolored leather jacket nonsense.
And that bouffant.
Oh.
And a kick to the nuts. Oh.
I really want to wonder if that's Rene and Russo doing that, or did they get a stunt double to do it? Because I don't see too much.
It looks like her.
On that one kick,
I think this is her.
Car was her. As I was watching a couple of days ago, I kept noticing a couple of the shots with the roundhouse kicks. They don't show her face, so I was wondering.
Well, if they did get a body double,
I'd like to think so. I mean, she's a very dedicated actress. So, I mean, if they asked her to do it, I'm sure she would have done the training for it and all that shit.
I'm off. He kissed the glass.
Kill the dog.
Well, yeah, because it didn't protect them.
But that's one way to get heat. Kill the dog.
Oh.
That's why you hate him now. He wants to kill the dog. Doesn't matter if he wants to kill Riggs.
The dog did a monkey flip or a leapfrog. Catholic school. Great line. Good pup. Good pup. I like it. They're all guns.
All guns. Oh, she's liking it too.
I can't get over this hair on this guy on the right.
Oh,
look at this thing. It's like a poodle.
It's like a growth on his head.
That is serious. He's got soul glow, or I don't know what's going on, but Mesa Verde Construction. I love Mesa Verde. It's a good name. And this is the same guy, right?
Yeah. He's only changed outfits.
Your smarmy guy.
Yeah.
God, what an asshole.
Yeah.
There's an Amex.
Yeah,
old school gold card. Amex has been around for forever.
Yeah.
And they really haven't changed.
No.
They still have that kind of boring, solid colored card. They're just mostly that green and silver.
Yeah.
Why is that lamp so close to the ground? Is that a table lamp that they've set on the floor? Weird.
It's like, why do they have sparring mats on the floor?
Well, I think the idea being that she just doesn't have a lot of furniture.
Apparently not.
She spent all her money on that vest. Oh, God. Kind of like a Spanish hacienda style here? Is that? Yes, get rid of that. Thank you. Kind of a modern computer there. I mean, that was probably high tech for the time. Early 90s, yeah. That's pretty similar to the, what we had in the late 90s.
Some interesting art on the walls.
And I love that it popped up with the Three Stooges.
Oh.
That's a weapon.
Again, talk about chemistry.
Yeah, these two together are really good too.
Yeah. Just someone who doesn't take his shit at all. That's the great thing.
And it's the first character really that has fought back.
Yeah. Murtaugh's got to suffer through it.
Yeah, he's now met his match.
Yeah.
The Grand Canyon. Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She's the female him.
Yeah. But she's a lot more mature than he is. To the most part, anyway.
Oh, yeah.
She's at least accountable for her actions. She's not the impulsive guy that he is. She's a nice counterweight.
I love this.
It's almost like the scene in Jaws. Comparing the scars.
Yeah. Yeah, the old you show me yours, I'll show you mine kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, all the way through.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently all the bullet wounds and everything like that, there are all the things that carry over from like when he got shot in the end of the last film, then the stab wounds and all that type of stuff on his leg.
Yeah, it's fantastic continuity.
Yeah.
Whoa. Can you imagine pump action 12 gauge buckshot?
Just rip right through you.
Interestingly, this is where, and I like that she cuts it off. And
yeah,
look at that. He has definitely met his match.
Oh yeah.
You're conceited?
There you go.
That's very aggressive, sir. Well, she's kissing back, so... Who lost now?
I think everyone wins now.
No, everyone wins. You're darn right.
Oh, look at that move.
Oh, whoa.
Hello.
And, okay.
I like that move.
He's already not wearing pants.
Yeah.
And she just had a whole handful of ass there, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny because that's the first thing I thought, too. I was like, oh, we're commingling employees here. She's IA. He's a regular cop. I feel like this is bad.
Yeah.
I feel like they should definitely not be a thing. I also can't imagine the hardwood floor being a good spot for this.
Well, she doesn't have any other furniture, so you gotta make do.
Aww, the pup. Is this the scene where he's, like, stupid drunk?
Oh, yeah.
Not he Riggs, but he Murtaugh.
Yeah.
Feeling down on himself for killing his kid's best friend.
Yeah.
Or former best friend, or whatever.
Now, the so-called director's cut, there was actually a scene between the last one and this one where Riggs is actually at his trailer, which is being, like, rebuilt.
Okay.
And Roger's daughter comes to visit him, which he references in the scene. So it seems a little out of sorts. He references a moment that wasn't seen in the film.
Oh, yeah. Rene asked me to come see me.
You're almost led to believe like he left Lorna's place and went here or whatnot, but there's a whole
I guess you know what, I've never noticed that before in my life.
Yeah, because
you just take it at face value.
Yeah, because I was reading out the trivia and whatnot. I was like wondering what was cut out or whatnot because of all the script changes and all that type of stuff. So
yeah, I've never even noticed that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's okay.
Yeah.
Just
if you don't know that it's there, I mean, obviously, like you said, you don't even notice that.
Ooh. He plays a pretty good drunk.
Oh, yeah. Guilt-ridden drunk.
Well, I mean, there's probably some improvising involved in this.
Yeah. But it's only, in a fair bit, it's like reversal a bit from the first film where Riggs is the guy who's all kind of like
needs the saving,
strung out, and
right,
doesn't mind pounding back some booze to deal with his demons or whatnot.
Right. Yeah. Murtaugh was the father figure, so to speak.
The guy to give him a little bit of a tether into something that's worthwhile.
Yeah, this is great chemistry between the two. Wouldn't he have to go through some sort of psychological training?
Oh, yeah, I mean, because that's why they had the psychologist back into the film there, and she comes back later on saying that she needs to talk with him, sit down, do some kind of session.
But I feel like he wouldn't be allowed to go back to work
they wouldn't give him a gun without
he'd have to have
sort of psychotherapy.
Right, because I think any time that you discharge your weapon...
Yeah, there's an entire process that goes...
Protocol,
Yeah. You gotta go through psychological evaluations and have to be approved and whatnot. It probably takes weeks.
Yeah, I mean, his retirement would have been early.
Oh, yeah.
They wouldn't have...
They would have just...
Yeah, there's no way he goes back to work.
Yeah.
I live in your life. What a great line.
I mean, that's what we've seen since the first film, since he started getting in with them. It's like, he's always there.
I live in your life.
Practically a key to the house. He just shows up whenever he wants to. Does his laundry there. Eats out of their icebox. All that type of stuff. And it's fantastic. I mean, this is another thing where I kind of say, or they probably felt like maybe this would be the last one they did to cap it off. Because it's all very reflective on what these characters have been through.
I mean, it really does make a good trilogy. I enjoy the fourth one. It's pretty silly, and I don't know. It was obviously much later than this. The biggest time jump. 6
years later. I think it was at 98.
98 sounds right. 98 or 99. But you're right. I mean, it definitely feels like a stepchild or a cousin to the trilogy. It's a pretty good trilogy when we're talking trilogies. I mean, like the Die Hards had a good trilogy going, and then they decided years later to stick another one on, and then another one and another one.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Sometimes a trilogy works, and sometimes, because I really hate sequels in general. But you get a good sequel, and then you're like, oh, well, now it's just a money grab, so let's make a third one.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's pretty rare that you get three that all hold up.
Are pretty good, high quality.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of the best
and again,
trilogies of all time.
As I've said many times, you got the same creative people involved generally with this entire franchise.
Right. And I know that there's people out there that are going to be like, blah, blah, Star Wars, and I'm sure you're one of them. But I don't know. I'm just saying.
I mean, even for me with Star Wars, there's lots of big ups and downs. When you have something like this, it feels fairly consistent. I don't think they're all on the same level.
Right.
But even if there's a dip down so far, it's not that big.
Yeah, but the worst moments in any of these films are, like, the worst scenes are still better movies than some entire movies that we've seen.
Yeah. We've been through like Elm Street sequels that like also had some of these same problems where they don't have a complete script, they're rewriting things, they're slapping together a script as you go along. This is far more competent than a lot of those other films because you got a good, solid director who can at least keep a steady hand of where he's directing the actors towards.
Right.
If the script is getting pieced together as you go along,
there's a common vision.
There's a thread of character that Mel Gibson and Danny Glover and everyone else is committed to their characters.
Sure.
And they know how to work them in every single scene to keep them consistent. Because we've got this plot kind of going through different places here with his son, you got the stuff with the corrupt cop, you got the armored car stuff, you got all this other stuff going on here and there. It's a little scattershot in a little bit of a way, but it does...
Yeah, I mean... It
does coalesce, but it feels a little all over the place.
Like I've always complained about, when you have the first superhero movie, you can spend 30 minutes telling a backstory, and then introduce a villain, and then you have your conflict and your resolution. Mm-hmm. In the sequel, you have to start with no backstory.
You got to start at zero again.
Right, and so now you have a bad guy, and so at the halfway point, you have to introduce a second bad guy because...
That's what a lot of them did, and that's why a lot of them didn't work.
Right, and so here, we already know these characters, so they've given us a look at the hairdos going on at this funeral.
There's some Jerry curl going on.
Whoa, boy. You've got, a new scenario, in this case it's the cop killer bullets or whatever, but they feel like they have to add on a couple extra little layers. This is the third film, so now we need a sidekick character, and we need, it's like...
But even then, it's like they don't go full bore with Pesci. He's had 3 scenes in the film. They know how to moderate that, which is good.
I think this is one of the most powerful moments in the whole movie.
I mean, look how well it's shot too.
This interaction right here, where she slaps him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so
real.
Good. It's real. It's
honest.
Oh my God, that.
Yeah.
Is perfect. That might be one of the best funeral scenes in any movie in the history of cinema.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Right there.
It's not overplayed. It's not overshot. It's not wholly, like, operatically dramatic, whatnot. Just like, it's there. It hits the beat it has to propel the rest of the story onward. Look at that. But look how that mullet just...
It keeps growing.
It's getting fuller and fuller. It's overtaking his head.
He's wonderful.
Yeah. Like, as real testament to Richard Donner as a filmmaker. You can do these fantastic comedic scenes in this film, but when it comes to drama, man, it's as riveting as anything else. And so shoot a fantastic action sequence.
Right.
That's why these films hit so many different beats, but they all feel like they flow perfectly. I've never had a moment in these films where I felt like the tone was jarring in any type of way. It all feels natural.
It feels like the same movie.
Yeah, it feels focused.
Like any scene, you could take a piece out of this scene and put it in the first film.
Yeah.
And it feels like it would go.
Yeah. They never went too wacky, whatnot. They never kind of overindulged themselves. They keep it where it always was.
And it's the same look, the same feel.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like 3 episodes of the same TV show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Valvoline. Oh, here's my guy.
Looks like John Landis.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Nice.
God, she's the female Riggs.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's proud of her.
Yeah.
Like, oh, watch this. Fucko is so good.
Oh, yeah.
That's wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
There's another...
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it was a double for the roundhouse.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be very painful. Yeah. I love that he yells, honey. And she just kicked the ass of 3 men. Honey, yes, that's good. That's so good.
It's like, what the hell have you two been up to?
Oh, there's 5 of them, not 3.
Yeah, because you see a lot of these things, you don't really see Rene Russo's face too much.
Yeah, you're right. I guess. Like that was definitely a stunt. You saw her face very clearly in that one, and it was not her.
Because I can feel today they would have like a Charlize Theron or whatnot. They go through like 6 months of training to do all the judo and karate stuff.
Yeah, there was
back
one.
Then they're a bit more comfortable just having the stunt double do all the work.
There was one shot there that it was so clearly not her.
Yeah. Just the way they covered the whole scene from trying to shoot her from back of the head and whatnot. It just felt like, they probably didn't have her do the actual stuff. At least body type wise and haircut.
Oh, yeah.
At least it wasn't like Lisa Wilcox in Elm Street 4. Bad wig.
It was so bad. It was the wrong color. These guys are very stereotypical.
Oh, yeah.
Good LA freeway.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here's Jack.
Two fingers.
See, all the old timers carry around the revolver.
Of course they do. Good blue unmarked there. It's good. We got our sleazeball. Steve Zahn cleaning the window. This
is brilliant.
Is outstanding. So now this really is him because he can actually do all this business.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, I mean that's Gibson.
I mean, after the Busey fight in the first film, I believe all of it.
Right.
Yeah.
He did that move on Busey in the first one.
It's practically wearing the same outfit from the first film, the red shirt, the black jacket, and the blue jeans.
It's continuity, character. Yeah. It's consistency of the character. Why would he go out and get a new outfit? That's rich. Get back to work. I love that line.
And the fact that he's the boss. He's
right.
He outranks all of them. We could say that. And she comes in and thinks he's losing it or something.
I can't believe we've done 3 commentaries with that lady in it. See, she's making it sound like it's optional.
Yeah.
Whereas, and maybe in
which was a lot of the case in the first film with Riggs.
Right.
Just kept dodging it.
This is wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Good looking Sergeant Murtaugh.
Look at that eyeshadow.
That eyeshadow that she's got
on.
Oh,
yeah.
And she does work for the armored car company. They're Case Armored.
Yeah. Oh, she's got the sass going on.
She's so I want to be that lady's friend. I like that he repeated it exactly. You can't say he didn't deliver the message.
It's like she knows how to have a fun time. Her on a Saturday night, man.
And she walks up right at this exact moment.
To her Look at the perm on her.
Oh, that gal on the right? That is bad. That is real bad.
It's out of control. Look at the coif on him on the left.
That with the He had a lot of product in that hair.
Like his hair weighs about 5 pounds more than the rest of his body.
That's right. Why are there ambulances and fire trucks?
That's strange. They wouldn't typically come from the same depot.
Yeah, I don't understand. And again, I don't know if Internal Affairs would be sharing this information.
Yeah, but he's so freely doing so. There's usually...
I mean, that's the whole point of Internal Affairs.
Yeah.
I like that they didn't overdo the Pesci.
Yeah, like I said, they kept it dialed back. It's nice. They didn't just force him into the plot where it didn't need to be. Oh.
They shave your nether regions.
Oh.
Riggs seems like a shaver. He probably knows what's going on. She seems like a shaver too. Murtaugh's never shaved anything in his life.
He's old school, man.
And here they go where they're trying to capitalize on they fucked with the drive-thru.
Oh.
Because that was the quote of the movie, right?
Yeah.
The second one. And so they said, well, how can we work it in? We got to yippee-ki-yay every Die Hard.
Yeah,
we got to...
It's unneeded.
See, now, the Anything You Need Leo Gets is fine to cap because it's the way he introduces himself.
I think the Platinum Blonde is just to make him look sleazier. He definitely looks sleazier.
Could be. Oh, they gave him a job.
Make him feel important. And pet him on the head, let him scurry
right.
off. Like I said, he's a puppy dog.
Oh, there's another poster there about fur. Banning fur.
I wouldn't doubt that Donner was animal rights guy, too. I think he was, actually.
Well,
yeah.
right, because of the albacore tuna.
Yeah.
I like a good the fuck.
The bad guy's rocking some facial hair, man. This is typical bad guy facial hair. Essential casting stuff. With the beard and the mustache.
They found, is this evidence? Is that what this is? Or is this some sort of... It has to be evidence, because that's...
Yeah, confiscating the evidence in the basement.
I still don't buy that there's the fire trucks and ambulances down there.
Yeah.
There you go, right there, one-stop shop.
Perfect idea.
It is pretty brilliant. I don't know why more movie robberies don't take place in the evidence room.
Yeah. One I could think of was Bad Boys, but they're just stealing back the cocaine they got robbed of.
So, here they are, one step behind.
Yeah.
But that's good storytelling, I suppose.
Yeah. And plus, I mean, it's all happening in the same building, essentially. And you're completely unaware of what...
I guess. They didn't really say that it's the same building.
Oh.
I mean, how many different police stations would there be in downtown L.A.? Yeah. Lots, right?
Yeah.
I mean... Oh, I forgot about this little mini storyline here with this kid. Oh, so they're in the subway. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Thousands of rounds, okay. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
There's your friend.
Yeah.
And they're just a little too late.
Yeah, so they were... Yeah,
they are in the same building.
Same
so
building,
now I'm thinking, well, maybe this isn't... I guess if it's the headquarters...
Yeah. Well, because they took the captain or whatnot when he was leaving the place, and then they put him in there and probably just
drove him around downstairs, yeah. And there just happens to be a subway station there? Maybe.
Maybe. I don't
Maybe.
know. Seems a little overly convenient, but...
I mean, there's like subway stations in Chicago for certain buildings, you know. Like the Hancock Tower, you know, has an L stop.
Yeah. But still, I mean, right next to the evidence locker.
Well, sure. You're right. That doesn't make any sense.
Yes. That is asking for some kind of break-in. There we go again. So run across, hope you don't get shot again.
He does
that a lot.
Yeah. He does try to take the lead.
So Roger ain't gonna run that fast.
And he landed
double gunning it.
There, I was gonna say, careful of that third rail.
Uh-huh.
And that's your guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's gone? Alright. Nighty-night.
So, Smarmy bad guy's gone. We still got bearded bad guy and our main mustache bad guy.
Right. Yeah, all the key players are still there.
Yeah. Oh, right through the barrel.
Perfect. It's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's got the cop killer bullets.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Uh-huh.
And this kid was so gung-ho.
Uh-huh.
And all he wanted to do was help. It's so good.
Yeah.
It really is.
It allows the film to give a little more consequence without having to sacrifice someone major.
Right.
Yeah.
And now he's really pissed. And now how does the truck get on the rail car? I mean,
after they get off, they show.
So they have like a modified. Maybe I guess maybe that would really be a thing to be able to transport.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't buy it.
Oh.
Another baby. Sure.
Murtaugh's
You're right.
pit.
It gives consequences a good word.
Yeah.
How? There are no other employees working.
Well, they got the other workers out.
Oh yeah.
When they first came in.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So.
I guess you're right.
There's that Ridge Run, man. Fucking A.
Oh, here's a couple.
Yeah.
He's got a DeWalt. Almost look like a Sawzall, but that wouldn't be.
Welding.
It's a grinder, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice camera movement there. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, they basically ran right around each other. Oh, right in the head.
Oh.
And now we have another speed moment here.
Yeah. This is nice.
It's like a Jamie Foxx there. Now we're going to get another ridiculous car chase. Is that train driver wearing a Rolex?
Yeah, it looked like it. It's a gold watch.
A Rolex is $10,000.
Yeah.
Ain't that guy is not making...
It's about what he makes in a year. Yeah. There we go.
That's
now, all you're going to get.
Is this like a modified truck? Is this a... It would have been, if they'd have put like LA City of Los Angeles on the side of the truck, it would have made more sense.
It would have sold it a little better. Nice. Is that a Porsche?
I've actually seen
this
I've seen this bicycle before. I don't remember which Planet Hollywood I was at, but I was at a Planet Hollywood, and this motorcycle, I think they said they used 5.
Probably, yeah. There were a couple of stunt
I think they said there were 5 that were used, and one of them, it was one of the more busted up ones. It wasn't a perfectly intact one.
Usually the one you want to use anyway. You kind of sell it.
Right, and so I've actually touched one of these motorcycles.
That's pretty cool.
See, and here again, there's no way that an accident wouldn't happen somewhere in this.
And this is slightly lifted from William Friedkin's To Live and Die in L.A., where they have a car chase going the wrong way down the L.A. freeway.
Okay. And there was also something about fur written on the side of that.
Tasteless pigs or something?
Yeah, on the side of that semi. This is great. This is like a fun game. It's an Easter egg. Find the social agenda, Richard Donner. See, there we go. We got a little more...
collateral damage.
Realistic crashing happening. That spark wasn't realistic. Freeway construction site. Here's another one. Remember I was complaining about them keying the radio and talking to each other?
Yeah.
Where there was a good example of that, because that wouldn't have... You can't talk to each other.
You can't talk over each other.
Right.
It's like you hold down the button, you're talking, you lift it up, you receive the transmission.
Right. If the other person's talking and you push the button, all you get's a beep.
Yeah.
There's Newport cigarettes there on the billboard. This is a pretty iconic shot. Yeah, the one that I had the broken windshield.
Yeah.
There's some more road rash. Whoop!
Oh, shit. Oh.
He would have I thought he was going to impale himself on the rebar there. And there again, shit does not explode every time. I always love when a car goes off a cliff and it explodes before it hits the ground even. Ow.
Now, from the top, that looked like it was like a padded type of thing, but obviously it wasn't.
I mean, it probably was.
Yeah.
They probably filmed the landing, the crash pad.
Yeah.
And then the stunt guy just fell,
through
2 feet through the cardboard, or maybe it is cardboard. Plywood. That's what I meant, but it probably was cardboard.
Oh, this is great in the moment, too. More continuity coming up.
Oh, did he dislocate his shoulder again?
Yep. Back from the second film. Does the exact same thing.
And you know what? They do revisit this again in the fourth one.
Oh. I mean, it's great. I mean...
I'm pissed now.
I mean, it rewards the people who followed the franchise to see these moments that just enriches the moment for you. It's like if this is the first Lethal Weapon film you saw, you don't lose anything. But if you've seen them all, it enriches the moment more.
It's unlike franchises that try to build and exploit the previous films, and then
the nostalgia exploitation stuff,
right?
The fan service,
right? And like the Saw films are really good at that, where they're like, let's take something and then let's make a whole new storyline, and then at the end we'll add in a little thing and make the audience go, oh, and
it gets tired.
It gets right, especially by the seventh film. Are police scanners illegal?
Maybe they were in L.A. They're not here. This is great. This is great.
That's so unlike Murtaugh. Like, it took Murtaugh 3 films to kindly
just have a little backbone there.
Right.
That's beautiful. This beautiful convertible Cadillac with the red finish. And you can't drive it nowhere now.
You're not going anywhere, dude.
I think it's a beautiful way to just kind of excise them from
Do you own your own home? He throws in there.
Which I could... Maybe it was a script, but it could easily have been Pesci throwing it in there, too.
That seems pretty scripted to me.
Yeah. Would have been a nice... Probably the whole reason for the tag there, but... Either way, I could just a credit to both ends of things.
Look at this shot.
Either way, yeah.
How awesome is that? Rancho Arroyo. I always like these development names,
especially Southern California.
Arroyo is so Southern California.
It's cold. Look, you see the breath on them and everything.
Is that CGI?
No, this is 92. That wouldn't have been CGI. Strange for it to be that cold in California.
Right. Well, I mean, it's hockey season. So maybe they did shoot it in the winter. Or they shot it in, like,
or maybe this
January. Or can we get a release date?
Yeah. I think this was released like May or June.
So then if it was...
Or I can just find out where it was.
If it was May or June, then I would buy that they shot this in, like, November.
It was released in May 15th.
So maybe November, December the year before?
Maybe.
And at nighttime, I could see it getting down. I can't see it getting down to under 32, though.
Yeah. Lancaster, California is the construction site. I don't know where that is exactly.
Yeah, I don't either.
See on the map here. No, it's outside Los Angeles, so
okay.
I don't know. It's peculiar. It'd be that cold.
Well, right, because if it was like, oh, we filmed this in Toronto, that would make sense.
Oh yeah.
Or Vancouver, or whatever. You know,
or even
all those.
Northern California or something like that. I got a friend who lives in Burbank, and right now it's like freaking 60 degrees there, and it's freaking 10 degrees here.
10 is very conservative.
Yeah, on the good moment of the day. It's been snowing here.
It's a cold day here in Chicagoland. It's been a cold week.
It's kind of like the warmest day of the week, and that's not much to say.
Yeah, that the breath is something I never really even noticed.
Yeah,
before.
I just noticed it now. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Classic, bad guys shoot 80 million rounds, and then the good guys shoot one round and kill everybody. So you're telling me everyone on the site is a bad guy working on this bullet case with the guns?
Well, you don't have the union workers working overtime, you know. They're not going to be here. They're not going to be here at midnight.
That is for damn sure. You ain't gonna get a union guy work 2 minutes longer without
a freaking strike happening or some shit.
Unleaded only. Oh God, I can't even.
I can't. Could never. You couldn't get me to do that, man.
Nope. And
that snake would be in your mouth for a week.
Yes.
Gargle all the mouthwash you want.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. Nope. It would absolutely just stick around. What a cool idea, though.
I mean, this is so fortunate. I mean, that they found this abandoning all the things that had to go in motion here. These people invest in this housing project. They go bankrupt.
How fun is it?
Then you write this script and have all this entire action set piece, carte blanche to do what you want, to blow it all up.
And how awesome would it have been for Riggs, or whoever is driving this truck, to basically just destroy the houses?
Oh yeah, just a stunt driver just running all over the place.
And here is the catch going back to the opening credits. With
exactly.
The fire flame.
Exactly.
Fire flame. Listen to me. The trail of
fire. Yeah. Nice photography there.
Yeah, agreed. It looks a little bit like a scripted fire there.
Yeah.
You know, but look at that. Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah. But in a way, because Riggs is intentionally running through the whole thing to burn it all down.
I'm just saying that, like, it was so perfectly...
Yeah.
All the floors, every window had fire in it. And here go the bullets.
At least here we have combustible materials. It's not just blowing up because it has gasoline in it.
Why is she running through the house at this point? Just looking for bad guys with mullets?
I guess so.
It's like one of those carnival games where the guys pop up in the window and you gotta...
Sidekick. A little side thrust kick for Roger.
So he does end up doing it.
Yeah, a little bit. Not
that
the
shit works,
not the
he
roundhouse,
says.
But yeah. It's a little fancy. Again, it's always nice to just make Murtaugh a little bit of a badass here and there.
Yeah.
Where he's done like the neck crick type of thing in the previous films, or just a moment like that is like
awesome. What a great shot.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
She got shot right in her old wound. It's in the exact same spot.
I think so. That's great little tension there.
Yeah. Yeah, they really did do a good job of making the final battle here mean something.
Yeah.
It gave it a personal investment for Riggs.
Yeah. Have this whole thing hanging in the air. Is she actually dead in the moment?
Right.
And
there's a bad...
And giving Jan de Bont this kind of visual landscape to work with. It was rich.
I'm sure it was a field day. It was like a kid in a candy store. And
it was probably good that it was this cold to get all this fire going and make it feel a little bit more comfortable.
You're right.
Of being like already like 80 degrees out, and then you get this shit. You'd be dying.
Absolutely.
So.
Cop killers. And what good redemption for Murtaugh.
Oh, yeah, everything else that went down.
I think the dialogue, and we've talked about this in the other two, in that something will happen at the beginning of the movie, and nothing is wasted.
Yeah.
Every little joke, every little scene has something that they'll come back to. A
resonance for it. Yeah. A payoff. Nothing's really frivolous, whatnot. They have a purpose for setting something up and paying it off at the end of it.
I never really bought this.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to shoot through a vest.
Or a steel drum or whatnot. And
right, but this is
like an inch of, like, iron or whatnot, or whatever it is that they use for these things. It's a little over
like it was. I loved the shot of the holes.
Yeah,
I thought he was shot in the head. Didn't he get shot in the head?
I don't know.
There was a hole. There was a black spot in his forehead. There, they tried to make it look like just a splatter. Crazy son of a bitch.
Doubled up her vest.
So it doesn't go through a double vest, but it goes through a bulldozer.
Cast iron bulldozer.
That's a little suspect, in my opinion.
It's always the things like when you reveal the vest, it never looked like any part in the rest of the scene looked like they were wearing a bulletproof vest.
Right, and then they're poofy during the reveal.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Every single time.
Good makeup here, too.
Yeah.
Not so much of that on her face, but on him with the dirt and the
cuts.
The cut, right.
Looks like he's been through some soot and some shit, some shrapnel here and there.
His hand is dirty. His hair is still perfect, though.
The untouchable mullet. This last time we'll get the untouchable mullet.
Yeah.
He didn't have time to, I guess, grow it out before. Because on the fourth one, I think he was shooting Payback. Then he kind of jumped into Lethal Weapon 4 and didn't have time to grow it out before production began.
Payback is so good. I love Payback.
Yeah.
That's a good line.
Let's live to regret this. I love it.
That's a good line.
I mean, even this film, like trivia says and whatnot, that there was a whole bunch of rushing to write things as it went on and whatnot.
It works.
Doesn't really feel like that type of film.
No, not at all. I mean,
like I said, some
look
of the
at
plot
this shot.
elements felt a little scattered shot here or there, but it's.
And here we have the perfect bookend.
Exactly
to the
what I was
first
saying.
one.
Yeah, this is why I felt like this seemed like they felt like we're capping it off in this film because they have this right back to the beginning of the first film.
He's got less gray here than he did in the first film. VO5. He can't retire. Which unfortunately does leave it open for sequels, but I like...
It resonates back to that whole scene on the boat with him drunk and Riggs saying, I live in your life.
Right.
It's not just him retiring from the force. It's almost like retiring a friendship if he did it.
He said, you'll retire both of us.
Yeah. I mean, who else on the force is going to handle rigs, for crying out loud?
Right.
There is no one.
Except Lorna.
Yeah.
But...
is he going to transfer into the internal affairs?
No way.
No chance in hell.
Word. See, there we go.
Yeah,
it brought it back.
Yeah. And it's almost nice that it's like there's not a conflict there. Once Roger decides I'm going to stay on, everyone is supporting him.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. They don't put themselves ahead of him.
That's a good joke. Hey, the kid's like, I know you ain't got a small dick, Daddy. I know you don't. I got my big dick from you, Daddy. Right. He can't make any jokes. Oh, he sold the house.
He sold the house.
It's
and
off
now
the
he's not quitting the force or not moving out.
I like that he called it a turkey. We're gonna stay in this turkey. I've been trying to use turkey more in my own personal lexicon. I keep forgetting though. Every once in a while I'll remember to use turkey.
Tires.
He gets back in. That's perfect.
Forced retirement.
10 more years till forced retirement.
Jesus.
Well, how old do you... So then you have to be 65? Is that the idea then? Maybe?
I guess.
Because he was 50 in the first film. It's been about 5.
Yeah.
If it was 60, then that would mean that all 3 of these films happened in the same year, which that doesn't seem reasonable.
No. Not at all.
Oh. What was that about?
It kind of goes back to, again, the first film where she's like doughy-eyed all over him. And even in the first film, it's like,
I would love
stay away from my daughter.
A Getz Realty, whatever you need, Leo Getz sign. That
needs to go in Planet Hollywood.
I need one of those in my life.
The dog biscuit problem.
Oh, that...
He starts eating the dog biscuit to break the smoking habit. Now he's smoking to break the dog biscuit habit.
He said I tried to lick my balls, I fall off the couch. That's wonderful. Oh, God.
Next part is just like you. Winners and losers. God wouldn't do that to me.
This tree, all the trees are like blooming. Like that tree has flowers on it. Why would it have been cold?
This is a weird production schedule. I'd like to see what it is.
Yeah, I don't get this whole time of year business.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely feels like a lot. A back lot.
Yeah.
And this is a very bizarre, like, let's look up at the sky kind of ending.
Yeah, again, it just feels like maybe we'll step off from this, that from the production standpoint, that they're going to walk away from it and leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
just the way, despite the fact that due to a fourth film, it's nice to kind of see that they kind of felt like maybe we'll step off from it and say that's enough for us. Which again, it gets negated and everything, but it's nice to see that at least.
Danny Big Black is a guy's name.
But it's at least nice to see, at least at that time, our franchise knew when they felt like they could just have a closing beat or whatnot with it.
Yeah. I mean, this feels like the end of a trilogy.
Yeah.
It's it. The story's over.
Yeah. Except we have a post-credit scene.
Right.
But
Steve Perry.
Here we go. Don't stop believing, people.
That's right. I really do enjoy these. They're so much fun.
Yeah.
Because you get the action, you get the great comedy.
Yeah.
It's buddy cop at its finest. Like, there's never been...
I mean, it set the template for everything to not quite live up to.
Right. That's a... well said. Well said. It's not as straight-ahead action as some of the Van Dammes and the, Die Hard, right.
It's not as action-driven. It is a lot of it's character-driven, which is nice.
More so the sign of good screenwriting than a sign of a Hollywood blockbuster.
Yeah.
This just happened to be a Hollywood blockbuster by accident because of the, you have good screenwriting, you'll get a successful film.
Yeah. And again, just to keep bringing the Donner thing, it's like the guy, by the time he did the first Lethal Weapon, he'd already been in Hollywood for like 20 years at that point.
Yeah, he's old.
He had already established himself, so it's not like this young director or
Bubba Assman.
Yeah, but it's not like a young director or a studio going to come in and start muscling him around or tell him what to do. This is a respected, established guy who has clout to do all this type of stuff. And once he gets the franchise going, people aren't going to be involved with it because it's Richard Donner. If you said, "Oh, we're going to make another Lethal Weapon, but we're not going to have Donner involved," you're not going to get Gibson back. You're not going to get Danny Glover back. There's it's Donner or no one.
Runaway Train by Elton John. On Boys to Men, I forgot that was there.
Yeah.
During the funeral scene, I think.
Yeah.
I've seen Boys to Men perform live. Outstanding.
Oh,
I love the vocal harmony vocal groups, essentially.
Oh, okay.
And, look at that. Clearwater, Florida.
Yeah, because that's where they shot the building explosions.
Oh, in the beginning?
Yeah, I think the beginning one was they were killing the old city hall.
How great is that?
Yeah.
Like, you just call around, the production companies are like, so we need to blow up a building. Is anybody in America blowing up a building this week?
Yeah, I think it was Joel Silver who secured all that stuff for them.
Wouldn't that be a fun job?
This is great. And this is a time where, frankly, no one did a post-credit scene. You'd get it on a rare type of thing.
Yeah, it was pretty rare.
And the other thing is, this is not even Gibson and Glover in the car. It's all their stand-ins.
They
were just here doing the
voiceover
in the booth doing the voiceover stuff.
Look at that. Together.
That's the perfect thing.
It's the best ending. Now I'm mad that they made a fourth one. Despite the fact that I enjoy it, I'm mad. Whatever. Well, hopefully everyone is having a happy new year, and thank you for another round of your support.
Yeah, I mean, these are fun to do. I like how we've done these. We've kind of spread them out a little bit at a time, doing some Lethal Weapon to break it up, and it feels fresh every time we do it.
Yeah, and I don't know, I could watch Lethal Weapon all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Any day.
Absolutely. But that's it for Lethal Weapon 3, guys. We'll be back with some good stuff, including Wes Craven's Shocker.
I'm sorry, it's just a childhood favorite of mine, and, whatever. It's something new.
It's beautiful indulgence, and we'll be getting to it shortly, guys. So
thanks so much. Leave your comments. We haven't done a poll in a while. Maybe we need to do a poll.
We need to get a poll going. Shocker's going to have something in it.
We got to have a Shocker poll.
Yeah.
So give us your comments and likes and all that other business.
Hit us up on the social media handles, and guys, we'll be back shortly. So thanks, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.